who I am. Co-host Keisha Kelly.
And co-host Alita T.O.
And fake co-host Saida.
And this one.
And Lauren.
And
Tiger.
our producer.
Producer Lauren.
Not like hill, like mountain.
You.
I don't know why I felt like that was so spicy.
It was. It was.
I was like, that felt a little flat.
I'm bigger than that.
You know, she's a tiger. No, she's a mountain lion.
Now that was good.
I get creative every
Mountain
once in a
lion,
blue.
Lauren. I like that.
I want credit if you ever get paid for the name.
Anyway, we were talking about
Toxic love trait.
Oh, wow.
Not believing your love when you're being told.
So my actual interpretation of the topic is actually in regards to like friendships and platonic love. I've always been very friendly and given very freely of myself to people around me in the name of friendship. And because, just like you said, you've come across people who were not genuine. I've come across, friendships and platonic relationships that were not necessarily genuine. And so because of that, I sometimes find it difficult to believe that I have friends or that I'm able to make friends, which is really interesting. Thank God through therapy, I've learned how to just like sit down and take stock of the facts. And, I have moments like this where it's like, oh my gosh, I love these people. These people love me too.
Yeah.
They feed me. They give me hugs.
Oh, wow.
They give me a place to stay sometimes. They give me whatever I need. And so it's very interesting. It definitely, when it comes to the romantic aspect, I've experienced that as well. But the first thing that I thought of when she said it was sometimes I just feel like I'm alone. Sometimes I find myself feeling lonely, even though I would run to anyone's side if they needed me in a second.
The crazy part is that you can always tell where people's comfort is with certain things, because none of us would have went there, but through years of good friendships and genuineness, that's not what we would think. A lot of people I actually find think like that. Seriously. Like with my Dylans, y'all know I'm just loving, I'm welcoming, you know what I mean? I will almost tell the cashier I love you. I be meaning it from the bottom of my heart. Don't let her hook me up. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I mean, the love be real.
Yeah.
I'll pay it back forward.
Yes.
Okay? And people always second guess that, like my genuineness. And it's obviously from a place that they are coming from. It's not me, because, I've just, as I've got older, I'm like, well, I'm not going to go above and beyond to make you feel like I'm really a friend. Do what you want to do, because I already got my core. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. So I'm not trying to overly friendship myself to anyone. But have you ever blocked any friendships because you already think like that, or you just genuinely know that you done went through some bullshit? People have totally been, because you do get that.
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Actually, when I started therapy, I expressed to my therapist that I was feeling lonely. I felt like I didn't have any friends. And she brought to my attention, she was like, well, what have you done? In the vein, she was like, to have a friend, you need to be a friend.
Because that's what I was getting at. But,
to have a friend, you need to be a friend. And I think that I just didn't know what to do. And so she was like, reach out, express yourself. She was like, all relationships are relationships.
Yes.
Whether they're romantic or platonic.
Period.
That's it.
And so you have to nurture them all the same. You have to communicate.
Yes.
You have to be considerate. You have to do all those things, whether it's just a friend or, someone.
It's easier, actually, when you have a partner, because physical pleasure or physical play kind of compensates for a lot of the other bullshit you can get shorted with.
Absolutely.
When you actually have a friendship, you got to work twice as hard
Exactly.
to be a friend.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm a very bad friend. That's why I overly pay it forward. When I say bad, I mean very neglectful. It's funny because my homeboy used to be like, what's this? I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always to the city. Don't call me though. But don't if you need me. That's a different type of story. Yeah, you got to work twice as hard on the friendships and be conscious, you know, of them. But a lot of people actually have that take. Sometimes I'll like post stuff and automatically people put it to a relationship. Like when I start talking about protecting your energy. No, sometimes it be from those type of friends. The ones that are empty, that don't pay it back. But I know who I can call. Keisha at the last minute when I need to set up my website and my business and so on and so forth. You know?
No, but like you said, a lot of people do feel that way.
Seriously.
Like they feel alone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I'm going through things, I withdraw. I definitely withdraw. Like, you know when I'm going. Like, anybody withdraw, disappear, track star. I mean, you know, but I just feel like everybody has something. So it's like, why would I burden you with my issue? Because everybody has something.
Right? Yeah, you know, afterwards.
But I'm getting better.
No, because you
get better about it.
You have to utilize yourself.
I do. And so do you.
Yeah.
I'm always there to be the call for somebody, but sometimes I do feel like when I have issues, I don't want to be the burden. And that's this is when I started to started protecting myself, because I felt like if I feel like I'm being a pain, it's obviously because when people bring it to me, it's obviously a bother. So I have to start looking at how I let people come in with their shit. Because you can only look at stuff from your perspective. Right. So if I feel like I'm bothering you when I call you, am I bothered sometimes when people call me and I'm just not even acknowledging so much trying to be a friend?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I used to lie. Oh, I got something to do. I'm not in town yet. No, I'm just not coming. No,
Learn
I'm just
the
not
power
taking
now,
this call right now.
I find myself like downplaying people that I'm dealing with, being like, you don't like me. And you just kind of downplay, oh, you don't like me like that. Oh, yeah, you got hoes. And like,
a lot of them do.
A lot of them do, but then sometimes they don't.
No, sometimes they don't.
And you run them off.
Yes. Because of your energy.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, you got hoes. Oh, you don't really like me.
But that comes from a place of your insecurities, though.
That is, and that's very much so my insecurities.
I think that toxic trait is the definition of somebody's insecurities. Definitely mine. I've been working on trying to be more vulnerable. It's a process.
Listen, okay, guys, listen. Okay, let me just tell you all. I teach environmental science, right? Which is the science of the environment and humans' impact on it. But I tell my students,
to be outside.
Right, we will go outside, but I'm like, listen, Miss T.O. doesn't really do outside like that, okay? We can talk about it all day long. I will promote gardening and composting and hiking and cleaning water and things like that. And, you know, I've gone on nature hikes, and then as soon as I like hit a spider web, I'm like, look, it's time to go back. Or I start itching because I'm outside, then it's time to go back inside. So I like nature to a point. I have my limits, and I'm okay with setting them, and I let my kids know at the beginning. Okay? I love nature.
So your toxic trait is you love nature.
Yes.
But you have an issue being loved
by nature. I do not want to be loved by nature. Like, I'm good. Like, I like to observe them through my window. But I don't want them walking up on me. Okay?
I agree.
So do we have any advice on stuff like me personally, what I've been doing to be more open-minded? Like somebody told me before, why don't you learn to just say thank you sometimes? Like learn to say thank you. And you know, I had
that's a good one. Like
when
if somebody gives you a
apologize to me all the way around the board,
everything.
You know, I feel like you know, I have to give a compliment back, or I have to, you know, equally match, you know, the energy. Or if somebody does something wrong, I always had a real bad habit when somebody would be like, you know, apologize for something, and I would feel so guilty that they actually, you know, I would be like, oh, you know, it's okay. But it never really was. So I started being like, you know, thank you. You know, thank you for that.
Yeah.
And never letting them off the hook. Like, I'm not letting you off the hook anymore. Yeah, that was fucked up, what you did. You're absolutely right. You know, because I used to be like, you know, all right, well, you know, it's not that big. No, it was. Let's not have that happen again. That's an issue for me.
Yes.
So I'm snatching my love. I'm snatching my smiles now. So I don't really have the fear of whether or not I'm even able to believe that I'm being loved because I'm loving me.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I do that, honestly,
Yes.
I ain't getting nothing. But let me tell you,
What you're putting out is what you're getting back.
I mean, seriously, you know what I mean? Now, I'm fake, I do believe in manifestation and so on and so, but this is like on a whole nother level because the way I am with me right now is not even allowing people to be anything different. So I don't think it's an issue for me as much anymore. I do still slightly, you're always going to slightly have those insecurities. You're going to second guess self and so on and so. I'm just not playing there. I'm not spending too much energy there. I'm not putting too much time there. Like, no.
It's calling yourself out on the lie. That's what it is. For me, back to therapy. In therapy, like, I've learned to sit down and, write out or think out the facts in any situation. When I say, I'm lonely, I don't have any friends. Okay, no, that's a lie.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, no.
Speak to it.
I feel
That's
that.
right.
I feel that sadness. It's like, there's a savior inside of me now that comes in and it's like, no, that's a lie. You just, you need a nap. Or, no, that's because when I'm tired, I'm no good.
Mm-hmm.
Or, no, you just, why don't you call this person or call that person?
That's right.
Be more open. Reach out to this person.
That's right.
And, just realizing, when there's a lie being told from you to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what you were saying is just like going back to giving yourself that value. And when you give yourself that value, that's when you come to understand that you do deserve that love. And you start to realize when you are receiving it in a genuine way.
Yes.
I am my own worst enemy a lot of times with everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's usually.
I think that's most people.
Is it?
I do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We are our biggest
felt
enemy.
So alone.
We are our biggest enemy. Honestly. Most people are their biggest enemies.
Never known.
Yes, absolutely biggest enemy.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from
Really?
because like, even what Lauren said about you speaking to the lie,
Oh my God.
within, like you have to speak to it, but it goes back to even like from in the biblical sense of just the enemy, the enemy, like in the battle of the mind and what we're dealing with. It's the battlefield is the mind. It's
That's right.
And so it becomes
The
like
worst
how do
place
I
can be
is
sometimes
to
in
be
my
in
brain.
your yes, right there. And it's speaking, and that's how you
Overthinking,
overcome it. Speaking directly
overanalyzing.
to it, like no,
That
not
part.
today. I will not give into this lie that I have made, that have let make a home here. It's time,
I would have never thought other people would do that.
Yes, absolutely.
And listen,
She's gotten better though.
Has she?
Yes, I feel like you have gotten better with your
Do
emotions.
you
since
feel
you've
like
had
you
a
have
child.
gotten better?
I think so.
Yeah,
Oh,
since she's
okay.
had her son.
Tisha do not still be beat.
Mm,
No.
So
No,
wait a minute.
but-
Are we getting better? or we
No,
not
but in
getting
terms
better?
of like
Oh,
emotions,
she's gotten good. Yes.
more
Softer.
sharing and
God
caring.
has definitely
yes.
softened your heart.
Yes,
Yes.
She
Because I think
has.
all my kids could give her a hug right now.
yes, and,
And
you know
she would-
before you
she
couldn't
would-
give her a hug.
she
The
would
kids were
welcome
scared.
No, not my
They-
kids because they didn't care. We just
Well,
had
because
to
they
jump
had you.
Keisha. Give her the
Because you
hug.
would do things
She
anyway
needs the love. Oh yeah, we gonna
to
give
be
that
harder
love.
on them because they were like a little softer
Yeah, they
in
would
your
rub, they would rub
opinion.
up on her anyway, but she definitely used to.
But they also got a kick out of it because they knew, like
Yeah.
for them, it was they knew they were torturing her a little bit, so they liked it.
They really did. Do you know that?
Probably.
It was. Yeah, they looked forward to it.
That's what it was.
That's why they
knew-
always want to see you.
yeah, and they give her a hug back.
Keisha,
Hi,
and give her all
Auntie.
kisses. But I always felt like it was a shield. And it's funny
Yes.
that you say that now because honestly, back to the topic at hand. Do you even want to believe that you're being loved? You know what I mean? Or whatever, so have you. What was the topic? ADD.
That was right.
Yeah, it was along the lines
Yeah.
Okay.
that my toxic.
People
Yeah.
think because I went to college, I'm smart, but my short-term memory is lost.
real.
Okay,
It's
Dory.
real. It is.
That part. Okay? Teaching Charles.
I do want to believe I'm loved because I don't want to waste my time on bullshit. And if I have to do that, then let me live by my goddamn self. I I got enough shit. I got kids and family and friends and shit. Everybody else can fuck off.
That was hard.
Right.
It was real though.
Don't you said she was working on it.
It was real. No, but she still is.
Okay.
You know, that's
I know.
progress.
I was going to say that's part of the.
Mm-hmm.
That's acknowledgement.
Mm-hmm.
It is acknowledgement.
It
I'm being
is.
very honest with myself. I'm
Yeah.
not just saying fuck you just to say fuck you and
Oh.
just hold my shield.
Okay.
It's
I'm just saying why.
I have other things that I'm dealing with, and
He's just probably the only person. Like a lot of people, like I talk a lot of shit, but honestly, most of it be mouthy. Believe it, tell you, soft as cotton, 90% of the time. Seriously. He's just probably the only person that I've met that like holds real true to the like.
but it's.
I
yeah.
act like that,
Yeah.
but I really be bothered. You know what I mean? I act like that because at the end of the day, what I refuse to be is broken.
Right.
By anything outside.
Mm-hmm.
So, forcefully, I tell it to myself first. You gotta say fuck it. I really be bothered. I'm really sensitive. I'm really emotional. It's just not stopping me. So, once I finally get to, once you deal with death at a young age, I just start looking at everybody like it's a couple people I ain't never seen again. So, oh well. And that's how I deal with it. So it's a little bit easier for me because I got people that never wanted to leave that I can never call again. So I don't sweat certain things. I'm okay with you going.
It's actually a small blessing.
It is.
It's a small blessing. Learning how to deal with loss. And it's a sick, twisted thing. I feel like it's twisted, but I often find myself having a little bit of envy for people who have lost like really close loved ones at a young age. Seems to be a freedom
It is.
that comes from
Release yourself.
experiencing that kind of loss at a younger age. Because, well, I mean, at whatever age it happens, there's a freedom that comes along with it.
Because once
But,
you
like,
move past it,
yeah,
you are able to look at things so
The reality
yeah,
of life.
nothing.
But it's
The
not
reality
sick
of
and
life.
twisted.
No.
Because guess what? Can you name one person that has been here forever?
Hello, it's reality. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. It's the reality.
Everybody's
of life.
gonna go.
Yeah.
So
They're
it's
gonna
not
go.
even sick and twisted.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
but it's like,
Oh, because considering
yeah, like,
circumstances.
man, like, sometimes I wish I had that kind of freedom, that kind of, I don't give a fuck. Like, people I know that, like, lost their parents at young ages, there is a boldness with which they live life.
Because that's real.
Because they
really-
don't have that tether. They don't have that,
attachment.
am I going to disappoint this person? I need to make this, they have the idea of that person that they may want to make proud and may not want to disappoint, but they don't have the actual person that they're going to have to call and report to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It doesn't.
so-
I don't think it really changed because I still think I deal with pain the same. I still think that I deal with it. Just once you get over, because I remember when I lost my dad, my grandmother, about 4 months apart. But even before then, I had lost a friend when I was younger, and so on and so forth. And I remember being very numb for a very long time. Then I lost the kid's father. It's like you think you're not going to actually go through a pain again. No, you keep going through it.
Yeah.
And after him, I lost, one of my closest friends, like my best friend, my sister. You know what I mean? And I mean, tore me up. It was actually rejuvenating for me because I was so numb for a very long time, like you said, with this boldness and this freedom that it made me feel like, oh, okay, well, I'm still alive a little bit. Felt a little bit dead, emotionally with situations like that than my brother. You know what I mean? So you don't really become... It's not the freedom that you're thinking about.
Right.
You know what I mean? It might look like that to other people, and I get a hard rep because people look like that with me, like as if I just, I could care less. No, it just makes it a little bit more easier with if I never in my life, like with friendships, relationships, and things of that sort. I think they have this theory, that everybody comes into your life for a reason. And
A reason, a
if you
season,
look
or a
at,
lifetime.
at like trees, some are the roots, some are the branches, some are the leaves. It just objectively allows me to be like, damn, that was a strong ass branch for why I was there. So I try to keep my roots real close. I hold real tight to those that I know I never want to lose. Eventually, I'm going to lose them because we're all going to die.
Right.
But I put a lot of my energy into my roots, and everything else is just kind of like,
yeah,
that's it.
But I still have issues, with relationships because I have attachment issues. So I am very, very much so. I'm not clingy, so I'm not overcrowding anybody, but I'm very territorial, fake jealous friend syndrome and so on and so forth. It's real, though. It's like a real
I was about
thing.
to say fake. When she said fake, I was waiting for the
Oh, yeah,
It seemed like the
there's the front, because it's real.
Okay.
It's real.
Okay.
But, it's a gift and a curse with all of it. Don't wish that you actually had to go through that. That's
no. She said, and then she said younger. So
Oh yeah, that's a different type of pain, and everybody doesn't handle it.
Yeah, I don't think I would handle it well at all.
Yeah.
Bang on my door. Somebody feed me.
We'll come feed you.
Yeah,
that's one thing.
This is when
food therapy is what I'm good at.
Do matter. I was walking dead for how long?
Oh wow.
Like seriously,
years.
I never even knew. Because you're a mom, you still got to get up, you still got to cook.
Yes.
I thought I was normal.
Yes.
Like I really didn't know. I checked out. I just didn't go crazy. I don't even know how to.
Right.
Motion fights emotion. Just keep moving.
But that
just keep moving. But I was literally walking. I know now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I know now.
It's growth. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, damn, you was depressed. Nobody tell you was depressed?
Yes.
Somebody should have told your fat ass you was depressed. You know what I mean? Like, seriously.
But you weren't also ready to receive that from any of us. You weren't there
I'm glad y'all never tried that.
You weren't there.
Yeah, I'm glad.
No.
I'm just saying it now, but, y'all are smart. Yeah. I was not ready for nobody to tell it to me. But it matters. You know what I mean? And God will send you distractions and so on and so forth. I had my sister-in-law. She was a very big pain in the ass. I didn't have time to cry or stress because I had her there. But people are going to come around and make sure you're okay. You will definitely get over that.
If she watches this episode, I love you and I don't think you're a pain in the
You was
butt.
a pain in the ass.
Okay, maybe just a little bit for Saida. Just putting that out there, never for me.
I didn't want to eat.
She fed you.
Didn't want to do, yeah.
That's right. No, I'm like, she fed you. That's right.
In my face. You just want to be.
Yes.
You be ready to snap.
Yeah.
Because you be wanting to be in your,
No,
yeah,
but
you want to be
but
in your sadness,
you need
but the
that
people that
to move
love you
forward.
gonna pull you up.
If
Yes,
they
and that's
wouldn't
it.
have, if she wouldn't have been annoying like that, who even knows? It's why people turn to substances and so on and so forth, drink away the pain, and it don't never really take it. I tried doing that dumb stuff too. It doesn't really fulfill anything,
But you know what you just said? The people that love you pull you up.
Yeah.
So the people that love you do what?
They're gonna pull you up.
But they're the people that who? What? What do they do?
They love you.
Oh, okay.
And
because
that's the
they
real
love you.
I'm telling you.
That's right.
I love y'all, and y'all can love me too. Thanks, guys.
Can't stand her.
That's the latest territory.
Nope, you be loving too.
No, we'll be loving you. We're just not gonna probably kick up.
I have an outfit in there. Go put it on.
Right, and they do love. Everybody I think loves in their own way too.
Yeah.
Do you want it back? No.
No, I'm not.
Thank you so much, Keisha. You're welcome.
I think that it's important to be able to receive love, give love, and receive it. Especially because if you're putting it out and you're not able to receive it back, then you're not able to fill back up. And eventually you will start to feel burnt out. And that, I feel like, is a problem for so many of us.
Yes.
Women. Pouring out, and then not feeling until we're empty. But that's real.
Right.
And there's nothing left.
Yep.
Still got a little
Don't
bit.
pour that. Don't pour that out.
Gotta drink my black girl magic.
I like that. That sounds good. But we have to allow people to pour back into us.
So many people have issues where they don't have people that they can trust that they reach out to.
Yes.
Seriously.
Mhm.
So that's part of an issue too.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So everybody just has to do better all the way around the board. You know, you shouldn't feel alienated if you do need to reach. You know what I mean? I came across something that was like one of the hadiths, and it was saying, don't be frustrated when people just call you when they need something, because perchance God is answering their prayers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Or something of that sort.
That's
and I was
beautiful.
like, how ungrateful are we as people? Like, if God is actually allowing me to answer your prayers,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
she only called me when she need me. Well, what the hell else? You know, like, come on, we gotta
Yeah.
stop.
Mhm.
Because unless you really need her to always be calling and checking on you, why is it so insulting? Why is it that big of a deal? Let
Yeah.
her call when she need. You don't know what you stopping somebody from.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
glad
it,
that I
that's it.
had the
Yeah.
security of knowing I do got people. I probably ain't called Keisha in who knows how long. I
Yeah.
was so not hesitant.
Mhm.
What up? And I need you. Kind of need you for something. What's your schedule like? With
Yeah.
no hesitation.
But how
You
many
know?
blessings? How many blessings have people missed out on because they were afraid to do what you did?
Mm-hmm.
Me.
Ah.
Mhm.
Like,
Ah.
how
Okay.
many times have I been? I
Yeah.
haven't touched that person in a really long.
And
But
you-
they came to my mind like that's a person that does that thing, or
But
they
it
can help me
might
with
be a
that thing.
reason.
Yeah, but I never.
Are we recording?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Baby.
Yes.
The fact that we had this conversation with my bare feet planted on solid ground.
Grounding.
Isn't it great?
Beautiful.
It is. It is.
It's great. Grounding
It
is great.
Yo, thank you so much
Super
for
fat.
joining us on this episode. Before we go, our product of the week comes from Kim Kimball. She has her hair products are in Walmart now,
Oh, nice.
and had to pick some up so go support.
Look at that distribution. Awesome.
She has this heat protectant that's really good. She has a hair growth oil. I didn't pick that up because I have another one, so I gotta work through my shit. I'm not about buying products just to buy products. This movie set mousse. Yeah, we bought that life. And I have lots of leave-in conditioners. I'm definitely going to use that because you see this shit. And I got these two boys that got to get them together. Well, not the baby, but the 9-year-old. Yeah, so
Because boys need leave-in too.
Yes.
Mine definitely. I use it on his hair too.
Yes.
He needs it.
He needs a ball fade.
Some of my baby. Oh, did we talk about a menu?
Oh,
Oh.
today we had barbecue jerk chicken, sorrel pepper shrimp, macaroni and cheese, the Dominican potato salad, some callaloo, and as always, we will be having dessert, but just not with you. So we will catch
But
you.
what's
on the
dessert?
flip- Oh,
The
dessert.
grapes.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it's crepes with the rum sauce and vanilla bean ice cream. So you will catch some pictures of those because that's always going to get to partake of that. Yeah, Lauren's been picking.
Unless you, as we said earlier, have a business or service in the Atlanta metro area and you would like to come and participate in one of our table talks, then you too will be able to have some
All
of
of this, son.
wonderful food. Son.
Spread.
Yeah,
Definitely a spread.
it is a spread.
I think what they're really trying to do is sabotage people because I'm on a weight loss mission and they keep
So am I.
feeding me and feeding me.
So I'm working out,
Macaroni and cheese.
and I only had
Where
a
they
scoop.
do that at?
A scoop is all about portion control.
I know.
Portion
Well, that is
control.
true. Portion
And
control.
then just,
And-
getting up and moving.
Something like water.
Absolutely.
Something
Like water.
Something like
Or
water.
maybe water. All right, guys.
It's
Until
kinda
next
clear.
time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.